You know what? Let's talk about Champions League. This is round 16. What do we expect? This is where we actually start feeling the competition.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it. This is the main stage, the main event. And it's crazy because there's a lot of good games.
A lot of good games. And
that is crazy.
But really fast, though. We need to have a memoriam for Italian football.
No, Italian football, I don't even curse, but the shit right now.
It's gone.
It's gone. And, they've been having trouble for so long. And right now, I don't even know.
Yeah, because for a while the issue was that they weren't spending they were financially not coughing up the same amount of cash that maybe not like the whole leagues, because the amount of money in the Premier League's insane. It's too much. Yeah. But looking at the clubs that are competing in Europe, because the Italian top sides have just as much right to be in that conversation as Manchester United, as Chelsea, as Bayern, as PSG, as Real Madrid, and Barcelona.
No,
they should be spending that kind of money with them because they are at that level. So it was only a matter of time, really, for the quality to drop because they can't match those wages. And these clubs have so much notoriety. Like they make a lot of money, but it's like they're trying to spend domestically around the same. It's like they're interested in keeping the league in the same place, but it's holding the bigger sides back. And I could be talking out of my ass with that, but their wages are way lower.
I think it's also a combination of other things, which is something we can, if in summer we got some time, we can dive into it and make sure we bring some really good insight to the table. But first of all, they got to clean up the league itself because there's always an allegation of corruption. With that, it's kind of hard to have investors coming in because you don't know what you don't know. The league is, especially the top, there's a lot of allegation of corruption. And let's even say, not even allegedly, because they've been caught so many times. Juventus.
Right now, at this moment, it's theoretical. But it's happened so many times that there's a lot of foundation to it.
With that, it's kind of hard to get. Now, in the 90s, they had a lot of money coming in from the mafia.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Obviously, any league that has that influx of money, there's going to be, it's going to have some sort of.
And no investor wants to get slapped on the wrist, because not every club is going to be able to finagle their way like Manchester City have. Yeah, because they still it's still not confirmed what if they're going to face any charges or not from these allegations.
I think they should, but I feel like they won't.
Exactly. But Sheffield Wednesday got popped for that as well. I don't know if you've seen the championship. Right now they're sitting at -7 points on the table.
You know what's crazy? It's so easy for these guys to go after the little guys. Yeah. The big guys. It's
Everton got caught a couple of years ago and almost got relegated.
I remember that.
Like I said, Sheffield Wednesday, they got like a 15-point deduction. Cool. They're at the bottom of the table right now. They have -7 points.
Do you think if City get caught, Arsenal gets the trophy? The years that Arsenal was second?
I don't think that they're so that's the thing. I don't think that they're going to do that. I don't think
I'm with you on that.
I think that if they do anything to them, they'll get a point deduction.
Just a point? Or just some points?
Points deduction.
Points, yeah.
Don't know how much, but realistically, they'll still make, unless there's a relegation by default. Yeah. But shit, man, even if they get like a -30 point relegation, if teams like Burnley and Wolves are going to be at the bottom of the table, I don't think City get relegated. I think that they have to be purposefully relegated in the punishment. Yeah. What I think you should do, realistically, because it's a lot of charges, and it's essentially
115, 120.
It's essentially that money is responsible for your success. Yeah. So I think that you face a fine. I think that you face point reduction. I think that you face relegation and then point reduction in that relegation. And I think that you forfeit all of the titles in that. But
no one is getting those titles as a result of you forfeiting the title.
It'll be an asterisk next to it. So there will be champions. Yeah. But nobody's holding that cup. Yeah. Realistically, if it was Arsenal, I think Liverpool would have had one as well within that. That would guaranteed. You don't display those cups. It's not yours.
Yeah, that's true.
So even if, let's say that the past 2 seasons Arsenal, they say, oh, well, Arsenal won the league. You didn't win the league. But they don't count. Yeah.
I get that. Talking about City Madrid, that's a clash. Yeah. And I think when they play match 11, that's gonna be a good one. Right now, I feel like City might win this one because Madrid is really shaky.
I agree.
And they have a lot. Rodrigo's out. Mbappe is out. I don't think he will play.
Camavinga has a toothache. He's out. Did you hear about that?
I didn't know.
He missed 2 matches for a toothache. It's got to be a crazy ass. Like, I pull him aside and be like, let me see that motherfucker. Like, let me see it at least before you get it taken out. Let me see it.
Yeah, I think this one City is taking it. If Madrid has a chance, it probably will be second leg, but not first leg. First leg,
I agree with
which is at Bernabeu, which is kind of crazy, but I feel like City will come and take it over there.
I agree. Do you think that Galatasaray beat Liverpool?
Man, that's a good one.
I think
that's
do.
That's a fun one. You know what?
Because Osimhen's in form.
Speaking of Galatasaray, what right now, it's like, what's the factor that's stopping any club to get Osimhen? Right now, I've heard some linkage.
It's just wages.
Because I think, as much as people will want to debate this, and I'm happy to debate with anyone, just because Galatasaray is playing the Turkish league, I think Osimhen is a top class right now.
Yes, he is. Yeah,
top class striker.
Is he is he the best striker in the world? He's certainly he's the most informed without a doubt.
Man, that game against Juventus. Good grief.
Well, so it has been known actually. So like the reason that he left Napoli was because they had an issue with his contract.
Yeah.
And they as a club, it literally was like we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
This is not even about us turning you down.
Yeah.
We don't have enough money in the bank to do that.
Because to be honest, and it's not even saying anything, because he's worth that kind of money for the man and the class and the quality he brings.
But the only thing is that so truly he is asking for more money than any.
So how much is he asking? You have an idea?
He's like, I think he was asking for like around what Salah's making at Liverpool, which is nuts. And you don't do that. He literally had options and chose.
But would you ask 10% of at least 10% under what Salah is making, probably 90% on?
That's up to him. It sounded like he didn't want to do it because he had offers. It was a couple of summers ago before he moved to Galatasaray. He was open to staying at Napoli, but he knew that they couldn't make it, so he kind of put himself out there. And I mean, clubs were looking at him, but the two that he really held it down for were Galatasaray, and he was looking at the Saudi league because they were the only club outside of the Saudi league that were even close to it, and he's just not willing to walk down his price. And
I wonder if it's an agent problem.
He did have problems with his agent.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but he seems pretty staunch on not walking down the price, and that does limit your opportunities. And so, he is a great player. He's a phenomenal player. I think he can't ascend past a great player somewhere like Galatasaray.
Yeah. I think I'm with you on that. I don't know, Messi. I feel like he will fit well in City. He will fit well in Liverpool.
Arsenal.
He will fit. Yes.
He is the answer for Arsenal. He is the answer for Arsenal.
He will fit.
So think about it this way and have
that's a plug and play.
Yeah. Oh yes, absolutely. Because he can do the things that Gyökeres can't, and it's not even a knock at Gyökeres. But think about this really fast in this matchup. Any one-on-one. Think about Osimhen versus Andy Robertson.
Yeah.
Think about Osimhen versus Konate.
Oof.
A slow Van Dijk. And a little scrappy Milos Kerkez.
Yeah.
Like he has the capacity to eat that back line alive.
He will walk them.
He will walk right past McAllister. Because McAllister's great at positioning, but if you can drop the shoulder and get past him, he cannot catch up, and that's just the way that it is. And if Sabazlai's out on the right hand side, he is missing a lot of his assets in the middle of the park as well. So I see Osimhen having a potential open field day home and away.
Yeah, if you got a combination of two ball too, no one is stopping. No one is gonna catch him.
Fuck, I think he can go over the top. I think with his ability, with his first touch, because I've seen him bring down little drop balls over the top. His first touch and his pace, he walks right past Van Dijk, because Van Dijk's gonna be out of position. And then Konate's gonna be scrambling to find position.
Yeah.
And Osimhen can just out technically work him.
Yeah.
So that could be really bad for Liverpool.
PSG Chelsea, there's a little grudge in there, Chelsea won. What was that cup they were playing here?
It's just the FIFA Club World Cup. They're world champions. Chelsea are. respect the world champions.
But right now Chelsea is also in form.
They're all right.
They got that Joao Pedro guy, Pedro, whatever. Yeah. He's coming up. And PSG, I don't think PSG is that much in form, even in their league per se. And they have injuries too.
They do have injuries, but we were saying it though. I think that even though PSG are not the most in form, they are more consistent than Chelsea.
That's true.
I think that Chelsea, when they play at their highest level right now, they are a little bit higher than PSG, but when they play out of form, they're lower. And I think that somewhere in that middle, over two legs, I think that PSG's consistency, whether or not they shock the world, I don't think that it'll be impressive, but I think that they'll be a little bit more consistent over two legs. Because let's say that Chelsea play lights out at Stamford Bridge. It's like, well, they're not going to do that in France either. Like, there's not.
Yeah.
You can't have 2 back-to-back games of Chelsea playing that way. They've shown it all season long.
Yeah.
But I think that PSG can go slow and steady over 2 legs and really take it home.
That's true. Atletico Madrid, Tottenham. Now, I heard this crazy take. And there's a lot of people with crazy takes.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people with crazy takes. I have sometimes, but on a scale of 1 to 10, the internet, they're just a bunch of bozos. But
yes,
Atletico Madrid versus Tottenham, and this guy said, well, I'm not saying, because it's a game, you got to understand, a game everyone could win on a good or bad day.
Sure.
Mike doesn't say it just takes a punch, you know. The guy said Tottenham will, in the modern football, Tottenham has been more successful than Atletico Madrid. I disagree with that thing.
Yeah, if we're talking single elimination, anyone can beat anybody on any day. Like that is true. Like that's 100% true. Well, that's the reason that we play home and away 2 legs. That's literally the point, because there's got to be a little bit more consistency involved. So even if you're not playing, all 38 games in a league, because in that there's a lot of democracy in that.
Yeah.
Your results, or meritocracy rather, your results dictate where you are on the table. Single elimination, anybody can really do anything. That's the beauty of the World Cup, of the Copa del Rey, except for the semifinal, which the semifinal being it's bullshit.
You got 2 games home and away.
Yeah.
Who takes it home? I don't know.
I feel like Madrid take it home, man.
Atletico Madrid will walk them. I don't know. They won't have a chance. At least if they want to look like they know how to play, there's a lot of fix. And they are missing Kulusevski. They're missing Madison. Yeah. I think so.
They're missing fucking everybody. Yes, and Atletico Madrid are not in great form either. And they're not even as defensively sound as they used to be. But the difference is now, instead of Kane, Son, and Eriksen and those guys running up, you have who? you have Kolo Muani, you have Xavi Simons, and like even an out of form, lacking defensive prowess Atletico Madrid side, I think that they can cope with anything that Tottenham throws at them. Really.
I will go ahead and say this, and
no clean sheet though.
We can expand on this.
Yeah,
I think Atletico Madrid have to move past Diego Simeone.
Yeah,
and I know he did a lot of great things, but at some point it's like oh man, what was Arsenal former coach
Arsene Wenger.
Yeah. At some point you gotta move past. Yes, he won 2000. We saw that.
Yeah.
But at some point, you gotta leave the football.
If Alabama can move past Nick Saban, then Atletico Madrid can move past Diego Simeone.
They're holding too long, too tight. They gotta. If they want anything different or be done different, they gotta
let him go. You're crushing the man.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Leverkusen, Arsenal will take this by a heartbeat. They will pass.
You think it's a destroying?
I think they destroy Leverkusen, but also there's the if factor. You never know. Yeah. On a good day, Leverkusen. If it was Leverkusen of 1 year or 2 years ago, I could see. Yeah. Because they went toe to toe with Bayern.
Well, because that team's been picked apart as well. Like that version of Leverkusen that were like very electric, very fun to watch. They're all gone. Mm-hmm. Hell, Piero Nkapie is playing for Arsenal now.
Yeah.
But I do think that they still play this kind of rugged, free style that Arteta and Arsenal themselves don't want to face right now. That's a team with nothing to lose in this competition.
You know why? Just piggybacking off your point. What I would say, there will be a bit of a dogfight. The reason is just the Champions League. It's because there you're on the highest stage, so you want to prove something. But Arsenal will win this.
Yeah, and this one again, I'm not expecting a clean sheet from anybody involved. I'm expecting something along the lines of maybe a 5-3 aggregate between 2 legs.
Between 2 legs?
Yeah, I think that.
I want to go a little bit against. I think Arsenal could keep a clean sheet. The only thing I can say is if they get caught, but they're cool.
That's what I'm saying.
In Champions League, people want to try stuff too. They want to be heroes. So
Arsenal right now, they strike me as, when you play video games with a friend and they didn't know the controls, so they just press random buttons, but they still whooped your ass.
Yeah.
And you go, no, you have to play fair. It's like, no, you have to figure out how to beat that.
Yeah.
Just because they're not playing into your hand tactically.
That's true.
Does not I feel like that's where Leverkusen could really get the upper hand if they start kind of playing counterintuitive to what Arteta's sort of building and expecting Leverkusen to play with some sort of tactic that he can understand and counter. If you just kind of play high press and just really take your chances often, I think that you can break down Arsenal. And I'm not saying they'll do that or be able to do that consistently over 2 legs, but I do think that you can get at Arsenal if you don't play their game.
I think Arsenal, especially a backline with a little bit more pressure, not just a simple kind of, with a lot of pressure, you can force them to make mistakes because they've been making a lot of mistakes lately. But
Mosquera, really fast, in an FA Cup game against Mansfield Town, Mosquera did not look great. And don't get me wrong, he was working along, it was a 3-man back, and they never do 3-man backs. And he was paired next to an 18-year-old, making his one of his debuts for the club in that competition. So I get it, but you can apply pressure to these guys.
Yeah, you can. The only way would be catching them off guard. I would say probably playing some through ball or counter attacking. But if they sit, it's gonna be hard for Leverkusen. Granted, I haven't watched a lot of Leverkusen games in the Bundesliga, even in Champions League. Not that many to have a sound judgment, but just going by the law of power.
I agree.